lucky I can get it off in time. Try to teleport through, so I don't have to worry about that as much. Activate this shot when I'm close. He's playing really quick to try and counter this. Beautiful, beautiful play. Do I have my recall? I don't. Yes, I do. Recall over here. Go for a quick combo when I can play aggressive with no punishment. Go back. Projectile here. Hit this one over to him. Trigger that shot. Beautiful play for the finish. Another mirror matchup against Morty. I'm expecting a lot of Morty mirror matchups when the character is still new. It makes sense. A lot of people are trying him out, seeing if they'll main him. But I do think that once people figure out how hard this character is, they'll stop. I don't think you'll see much Mortys being played, but I do think that the Mortys you do see played will be destroying the meta. I kind of want to talk about the meta for a second here because I think that Morty is going to have a definite spot in the meta. He's extremely, extremely strong. He's just the hardest character to play in the game, and I'm very confident saying that. I really don't think that there's any other character in the game that competes to how hard Morty is. And you know, you can say, oh, he's easy because he has like a couple ability. Oh, he has a UFO, like whatever. I mean, the UFO is basically just Bug's rocket, but it doesn't do damage. I think that Bug's rocket is much, much better than Morty's UFO. It's just that Morty's UFO may be a little easier to use as recovery, but like you can still use Bug's rocket as recovery, so it doesn't matter that much, you know. I do think he's got very chainable light attacks, but his light attacks are basically his only attacks. So go for whip play. I think he'll play aggressive off that. I really do think that Morty is basically a perfect character. Like he really is, in my opinion, what every character in Multiversus should be. Hard to play. You can't just pick him up and be good with him. You actually have to like pay attention to what you're doing, learn his moves, learn his combos. Has a very high skill cap, but when you play him well, he's really good. Nothing to the point of winning every match and being OP dominant, but he's really, really good if you become really good with him. But it takes a lot of effort to become really good with him. You have to learn him. You can't just pick him up and play him. If every character was like that, I feel like that would be like the perfect world scenario. I understand that's like not possible for a fighting game, but I just think that would be the perfect scenario where you couldn't just pick up and play any character. You have to take the time to learn whoever you're going to play. But if you do learn them, they can be super, super punishing and play really well. That's how I imagine like a perfect fighting scenario in this game. I think that Morty has a kit that's very similar to Jake or Batman, where he can really just do anything. Like there's no range that Morty is bad at. There's no matchup that Morty is necessarily bad at. There's no map that Morty is bad at. He's really just good at everything. But again, you have to be good with him to actually play him. And like, keep in mind, this gameplay is still very, very early gameplay of Morty. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing yet. This is super, super, I would say I have like 5 hours played on this character max. That's if I have that much. I kind of don't think I have that much. And whoever you see on like YouTube or whatever, just keep in mind, like none of them are even close to the highest potential that they'll be with this character. Think about the things that people are still figuring out with like Tom and Jerry just recently becoming meta and being played a ton, like characters like Superman that were dominating early on, but now there's characters that are much harder and more complicated like Tom and Jerry. And now think about the fact that this character has been out for 24 hours at the time that I'm filming this video. Like there's so much potential for this character to become truly an incredible character. I think that in every game, like every game that I've played, whether it's like Destiny or Valorant or whatever it may be, people see a new character or a new ability and they just instantly say it's OP or garbage, and then that's like their only opinion they'll have. You gotta give it some time and see how it actually performs after people have figured out how to play with it and how to play around it. Both of those are very important. In Valorant specifically, every time a new character comes out, people are so quick to call it OP or trash, and they never actually give the character time to like marinate and let people get good with them. And I just think that that like mindset of people that are already saying Morty sucks or Morty's OP is like a little weird. Now me, I do think Morty's OP, but you know, that's just me. I think that Morty doesn't have many kill options, but I don't think he necessarily needs super kill options. He's kind of like Jake, who also doesn't have any kill options besides his up slash, which is kind of stupid, but you know, that's just his up slash. I don't think that Morty necessarily needs a ton of kill options because he has a super pokey kit that can play at any range. So his main objective is just laying out the entire match, doing a ton of damage, not really worrying about KOs until you have him at a higher percent, which I think is a cool playstyle for characters. I don't think that early KOs should really exist unless you play extremely, extremely well. Early KOs are kind of annoying for me. Like if you're getting KO'd at 20% or 30%, like you didn't really get a chance to play the game out and see who's better. They just got really lucky shot points. You know what I mean? So I like characters like Morty that you actually have to have these high percents to kill, because then it turns into a match. It's who can combo the best, who can actually play the map the best, not just who can hit a lucky shot on you. That's why I don't like characters like Superman, because he can just get one grab on you when you're at 20% and KO you, whereas with Morty, like, I don't think that you're ever going to be getting That's going to do it for this video. As you can see, I've been winning pretty consistently with Morty. I think that especially as people start to figure out Morty more and start getting really good and really consistent with him, he'll definitely be a dominant character. But of course, I want your guys' thoughts. Let me know down in the comments. If he's too weak, too strong, need a buff, need a nerf. What do you guys think? If you want more videos, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out this video right here before you go. See you guys next time. Peace out.